I am very happy to be here today in Mombasa because it speaks very much to our roots in Portugal. And indeed, it is a point that connects us, that will always be there for us. And I used to say that the seas bring us together and that they will continue bringing us together. And that is part of the answer to your question because I am myself born and raised at the coast in Portugal. I have been brought to Africa through South Africa. My diplomatic life has brought me the experience with countries outside of Europe. And firstly, I have started with Cuba, then I have been posted to Brazil, and then it was a natural transition to come to Africa. Somehow the African culture was very present in these places where I've been before, and it is very, very present in our ethos, in our national way of being. So the connections are eminent and they will be there forever because the sails into the oceans have been natural sails for us. We only have one neighbor, and the biggest neighbor that we remain with is the sea, and it will always be the same. So I have been posted in South Africa before coming to Kenya, and this is a natural continuity, and it's been a very pleasant journey. The history is behind us. We are in the room where we have captured the drawings of the Portuguese, which have been in this fort. But the history remains, and it is very much part of our engagements, of our interests, and those of the people of Portugal who have also come to look at opportunities in Kenya. We all are defined by what we do at our tables because that's where we start when we are children in our family. So Mimi Jardim, in fact, has had a long career of 50 years in cooking, and more than cooking, cooking to shape up the brand Nandos in South Africa that has become an international brand as well. And she was kind enough to lend her brains to set up a menu that we have presented in a show dedicated to Portuguese culture.
We are fish lovers. We love fish, and we told, and I hope it's true, and I'm sure it is, we've got the best fish in the world. You know, a typical meal, now I'm talking about slightly older, the new generation will eat something else, obviously, but we start with the soup. We love soup. So we'll start with the soup, and then you have a main meal, either a fish or beef wasn't very, very popular. So because people used to actually cook from what they actually had at home, you know, like your chicken and your rabbits and goats and things like that. So, and then you have, and then sweets. We love sweets. We love sweets. And if you really want to be a good Portuguese cook, right, start learning how to make sweets that take 30, 40, 50 eggs.
I was very glad that Mimi Jardim could join you in this interview because she speaks for us for the representation of Portuguese food abroad. Indeed, Mimi Jardim is a renowned chef.
Well, you know, we love it just on the cold, but not everybody can just go and barbecue or braai, as we say, yeah, or grill. You see, so we love our fish anyway. Anyway, we just eat it, but it would the best would be, you know, on the coals. That would be so delicious. Just salt, nothing else. First of all, I think you should have the prawn soup to warm you up, okay? Because that's very good. And then I would go straight to the rice pudding.
I'm a Portuguese musician. I play the Portuguese guitar. That's a Portuguese traditional instrument that it's used to play fado music. Fado music is for the Portuguese, like flamenco is for the Spanish, or tango is for the Argentinian. And it's World Heritage since 2011. This is an ancient guitar that had many transformations during the time. They say that this comes from the European cithern, that was an instrument that was played in the court, and it was developed and transformed. And the shape that we have nowadays, it has more or less 150 years, like the Portuguese guitar that is played nowadays. The sound can be sometimes happy, sometimes melancholic, but the main root of fado and what people relate with fado is a bit more of sadness, because even if the songs, the fado songs are with singed voice, they talk about everything in life, from love till hate, whatever. There were some people here that understand the Portuguese culture. The major part of the group that were here tonight, they didn't know about it, and it was nice. After the concert, people talked with me. Oh, it sounds great. That's nice. That's a Portuguese guitar. That's a Portuguese instrument. I think the food was great. Even the dessert. I've seen a very traditional dessert that we have that's called arroz doce, sweet rice with cinnamon. So it was great. And I knew that that lady you talked about is from my city, but she's in South Africa. So it's fun how we are so far away from our home and we can be together in such a place. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Heritage is the pride you carry from the past. Mombasa has been there almost since 2 AD. Mombasa has been a historic town and port, and therefore it has been able to receive people from all over the world.
The oceans are definitely a very important connection between Portugal and Kenya, and Portugal and Africa throughout, and Portugal and the world.
The young generation has to be brought, they have to be taught their history in details, not just for the purpose of academic exercise, okay, but to understand the journey, the transition that we've had from 2 AD to where we are.
People have to take the children maybe to For Jesus, to historical places. They should go to cultural events. That way they can instill that synergy.
The Chinese have been there, the Arabs have been here, the Dutch have been here. More important, the Portuguese have been here. The Arabs, the British are the latecomers. Okay? So all these people have left something behind. What is Kenya's staple food? Where does it come from? Originally from Portugal. Maize comes from Portugal.
We came, as you will see and you will know very well, to the shores of Kenya in a drive to advance our trade. And here we are tonight, 500 down the lines, in fact, 500 and plus down the line, still together.
We at the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Heritage have been working on different cultural initiatives and projects. And this is one of them. But age storytelling is something that we have seriously embarked on.
But storytelling is indeed what makes the identity of peoples, of populations. And I'm very glad to tell you that that is so much so that the history of what we are seeing here tonight is at the centerpiece of our cultural identity in the poem of our national poet, Luis Camões, whom we celebrate at our National Day.
Our heroes and heroines come to life, and they tell us why they are heroes and why we should recognize, acknowledge, and celebrate them. And therefore, this is just part of that journey. I also know from Jay that they will be doing a lot more work on Old Town.
It's a line that we used to take as we would say that we will invite you to our mesa and we will drink vino and we will cherish to our common historia and our banderas.
We're extremely, extremely happy that we can launch it this evening. We've been talking about this for a while, and Jay and her husband have been working on it for 2 years now. And so finally, I think we should celebrate together with you the launch of this project.
Welcome to Fort Jesus, a fortress which has stood for over 400 years as a majestic and imposing protector over one of the most outstanding harbors on the East African coast, Tavita, the island of war, now known worldwide as Mombasa. Vasco da Gama, under the patronage of the King of Portugal, weighed anchor in the River Tagus and set out once more to finally turn this dream into a reality. With 4 small ships and 300 men, and after many months of hardship, adverse weather, and a shipload of disasters, sailed around in what is now known as the Cape of Good Hope and into the Indian Ocean.